it'd help if I unmute myself. Not used to that. The transition on the fly there. Another yellow flag coming out. See what caused this one. It might have been Jonathan Joyner in this one. We'll double check here real quick. I don't think he was even involved in here. So, and I hope it was Garrett Cobb there in the number 24 machine, and the number 3 got into the back of him. Just a little kiss, and then he kisses the outside wall. Garrett Cobb around, and a lot of damage to the rear end of that machine. I just wanted to make sure the video was better there, folks. I see the Hunter Front Facebook page lighting up. They said it's a little bit better. We had some problems with the sound. Obviously, that's because of the transition that we had to do there. But the number 33 machine, right now, your race leader, Cole Whitehead. Second is that number 73 of Ryan Restar. Restar trying to do everything he can, Phil. But laps are winding down. 2 to go here. Popsicle sticks in the air at the Fairbury Speedway. Yeah, one more LCQ left to roll away here out on to the Speedway here, Phil. Some more transfers coming at us here as we get ready to lock and load here for that consolation event. And starting on the pole, driving that number 100. And that'll be Adrian Brown. His day is part of the outside, driving the number 124 machine. That is Ryan Atkins aboard the number 124. Inside row number 2 will be Cameron Casson aboard the number 18, and Virgil Perriman aboard the number 36. Going to roll off in position at number 4. Fifth starter will be Dustin Lander and Hunter Butts at number 42, rolling off position at number 6. Seventh starter will be Anthony Hudson, and then Andy Kirkland aboard the number 35. Going to roll off in position number 8. Ninth starter will see Rodney Shockley aboard the car number 113, and Robbie Griffin aboard the number 31. Going to roll off position number 10. 11th starter will be Thomas McMullen aboard car number 38. Jeff Snodgrass aboard the number 53, rolling off in position number 12. 13th starter will be Antonio Davis aboard the number 21, and Brett Palmer aboard the number 7 machine, going to roll off in position number 14. 14 cars we call for, Phil. All 14 cars out on the Speedway.
Car for the rest of the day, as he has caused 2 yellow flags in his events here this afternoon, Todd.
See if you can come across now, Phil. Test it.
Test 1, 2. Is that sound better? Somebody give me a thumbs up, all clear out there watching on Facebook Live, wherever we're watching out there from. I think I got Theodore over there in the chat, so I think I'm on the network page watching. Yes, indeed. So give me a thumbs up. Sound better now? So I'll tell you what, this team right here is committed. We'll give you the best product we can. We said we switch PCs midstream to give you this high product quality that we're doing. We got to get the sound balance right between the two. We'll get that worked out. So hopefully through the segue here, that all the sound balance is back to where we need it. Great job by the crew today.
iRacing I flag, green flag comes back out here in Constellation event number 2, LCQ number 2. 124 of Ryan Atkins right now running that second spot, trying to get around 3 wide for the third spot. I can't believe I just seen that out of the corner of my eye. Great racing going on for third there, Phil. That bright number 36 on the outside in the middle there. I believe that's the number. Oh, contact, and around goes one of the cars on the bottom.
Yeah, and I think somebody got spooked because somebody blinked over there. And I think it was Passmore that might have blinked out. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it. I did see the car blink, and then all next thing I know, I see a car around. And I'm not sure which one it was around. It was on the inside lane. Second yellow flag of the second of our LCQs this afternoon comes out on lap number 3. So we'll slow it on down again. Let Todd take a look-see. Looks like the 5 car went around. I didn't see who was the number that turned him.
Justin Ladder around there, and he was down to the inside. Number 42 comes in pretty hot, gets into the side of him, and what's that do? We have a car landing on top of 2 cars, and then they monster truck each other off there. Number 5, everybody keeps going, Phil, but that was it. That was interesting.
A bit of monster trucking this afternoon here on a dirt track at Fairbury. I know we're missing monster trucks now too, aren't we, Todd? You bring that up. Something else salty about that we're missing in all these lockdown, quarantine kind of times we're in.
Yeah, monster trucks, everything.
Had to say that line. That hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy watching me some monster trucks.
I know you do. I know the kids do as well. As we get off turn number 4, let's return back to the green flag. 3 laps complete. Adrian Brown, Ryan Atkins, Virgil Perriman, Cameron Kaysen going to be our top 4 as we exit turn number 2. We shoot down the back chute. I am watching the 18 car. He'll drive it in deep on the outside. Him in the 36 door-to-door off of 4 as we got that yellow hanky back in the air again. I'm going to page somebody. It may not be Dr. Green. We know he is busy this time of year right now, but somebody run up to the flagger stand and steal that flag. I feel like we've seen too much of it. Capture the flag. Who spun out, Todd?
Looking like we're taking a look. Looks like Robert Shockley had a little bit of help there with the 113 machine. Looks like maybe he gets a little bit out of shape there. And the 25, I think, just barely clips him. And it's one of those things that there was I didn't see any contact there, Phil. So it's one of those buffer zones. Definitely the hit boxes, they would call it. The 113 machine around it or not.
You know what I call that one? I'm going to call that racing happened. And I don't think Shockley did anything wrong. I don't think Thomas did anything wrong. But either way, the simulator, put those 2 cars together. There was gap between them. You can see air between them. Some things in the virtual world are sometimes unperfect. I think we just saw a little bit of a shot right there. I think Thomas did anything wrong, but either. And we're going to go green out of 4 on the leader with a single file restart for the green flag back in the air. The 100 car of Adrian Brown. He'll stomp the lap pedal down. He'll lead the way over to turn 1 and 2. I think I've lost my partner here for a second as well. I guess I could take this one over a couple of laps, and well, maybe I won't. Yellow flag comes right back in the speedway as fast as we go green. Get a lap in, doing this a lap at a time. 1 at a time. We can all do this, right? I believe we can. I think we can. I believe a 7 car got involved with something here. Todd, take a look-see back there at that and show it away.
Yeah. You didn't lose me. I was just making sure all the sound equipment. So, yeah, okay. The 53, the 33, the 21, the 7. Oh, the 53 goes for a wild ride.
Whoa!
Wild ride. And I think he's leaning on there, Phil. I think he leaned quite a ways there.
Whoa! I did not see that in my first run back through it. Holy smokes. He went for a tumble.
He did. He definitely went for a tumble.
Wow.
So, whew.
Want some salad with that steak today.
It's definitely one of them shit your knickers moments, Phil.
Oh, that's one. He pulled the shit the knickers out. You throw that out every now and again. That always chuckles me every time. So, looks like we've had somebody escorted from the race server. I believe that would be Jeff Snodgrass. I think him and Race Control had a little bit of a tiff. And you're usually not going to win with Mr. Calavoda. He's the best of the best. They do a great job with Team VLR crew. But we get back under the green flag now with 6 laps complete. Adrian Brown has led a very yellow-plagued LCQ. We'll see if we can keep that green. Let's race over in turn 3.
Yeah, Ryan Atkins running in that second spot. The 36 of Virgil Perryman running in third. The 5 getting all kinds out of shape. Dusty Lander definitely running in the fifth spot. But another yellow flag going to come back out, Phil. Let's see if we have another one of those great moments here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
All right, well, you take a look. I can smell the burgers cooking. That means it's almost dinner time. I'm a little tad bit hungry. We're going to have to get through this LCQ.
Oh, we have roof surfing.
Roof surfing.
At its finest, too. Oh, boy. Number 21 wants to ramp a U-tire. He wanted to get style points. He wanted to get style points, too, Phil. Could that be another one of those moments? Could that be another moment? We have a turtle roof surfing up through the corner there. At number 21 of Antonio Davis goes out. He lights the match.
Tire
he burns it down. Tire definitely, he wanted to ramp it, Phil. He was talking about monster trucks. He thought he could ramp it.
Or somewhere between monster trucks, the Monster Jam, and
freestyle.
The Joey Chitwood Thrill Show right there. Oh my goodness. A little bit of
freestyle. Points, we want the points to be known there. What do you guys think about that one on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give that a 7.
Yeah, we want to know the points for the freestyle, the number 21 machine of Antonio Davis.
I was a freestyle guy. I give it a 7.
Light the wick, light the fire off a turnover for green flag back in the air. At number 100 of Adrian Brown leading with the 124 running in that second spot. Ryan Atkins. Virgil Perriman still running in the third spot. But, 7, Phil. I give it probably a 6.5.
You know what he said before he hit that U-tire, I'm telling you? Probably said, hold my beer and watch this.
Yeah, he was going to go places. He was going to go places real fast.
He went right to our crawl right up here on the network, and that was pretty funny. Awesome look right there. Good shot by you. Shane Weinmiller's cameras at it this afternoon. Adrian Brown leading the way, and we're running out of time there, Todd. We put 2 to go last time, Pie. We may put the white flag out for Adrian Brown this time out of 4.
Yeah, white flag going to come out here in LCQ number 2, the last LCQ of the evening here. With that number 1 of Adrian Brown leading down the back straight away for the final time. The 124 sitting second. And Perryman running in that third spot down through turn 3 and 4. It's going to be the number 100 of Adrian Brown taking down LCQ number 2. Second going to be 124 Ryan Atkins. Virgil Perryman going to round out your top 3. LCQ number 2 in the books.
Cameron Kaysen also. Cameron Kaysen made the main event.
Yeah, Cameron Kaysen. Number 18, X. Marks the spot.
Marks the spot. Well, that marks us through the LCQs this afternoon, which means it is just about feature time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for 50 laps around. But before we get here this afternoon, what do you say we throw this thing trackside, pay honor to the greatest nation in the world, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say.
Good. I got to pee while you're playing the anthem. I'll be right back.
Anthem isn't playing anymore.
Say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Forward bite. Every racer wants it, and it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's forward bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.
All right, we are back here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network this afternoon. The Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by our friends over at Forward Bite Nation. If you're getting a Forward Bite a lot, as I believe we had some issues there with the anthem. So we switch PCs midstream, and sometimes things kind of go awry when we do it. And I guess we had a little delay or dilemma there. But either way, it is feature racing time for 50 laps around. Let's take a look at this afternoon's 3D Racing starting lineup.
Yeah, and tonight's 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving that number 80T, that is Dylan Wilson. His dance part of the outside, driving the number 25, that's Zach McSwain.
In row number 2, Hunt the Front brings us to number 1 of Jesse Enterkin with a 0-2 of Craig Swartz to his outside.
Inside row number 3, that'll be Tyler Ducharme aboard the car, number 25, and Howard Weaver aboard the iRacing High Flag number 07, rolling off position number 6.
Row 4 is a bunch of deuces. The number 2 car of Dylan Hauser with the number 22 of Blake Nelms.
Joe Reuter in that number 20 machine rolls off 9th. 10th will be Trent Beaver in the 14.
23 of Chris Cookta will start 11th with Robert Fletcher's number 77 alongside.
Going to be Ryan Brown, Trey Kirk, Joseph Jordan, Cole Whitehead, Adrian Brown, Westar, Atkins, Shirley, Perryman, Green, Carson, iRacing High Flag, green flags in the air. We're going to ask you one question, folks. Who's it going to be?
I want to know who is going to win the 50-lap feature event this afternoon at the Fairbury Speedway. Dylan Wilson with our poll here this afternoon. But he's got a hungry competitor with Zach McSwain to his outside. Don't count out Howard Weaver, Craig Swartz. You got Jesse Enterkin there as well. The one we mix it up door-to-door off of 4.
Door-to-door off of turn number 4. Now into turn number 1. Oh, look at the contact there. And around goes Jesse Enterkin and that number 1 machine. Upside down, and we have a turtle. Off of turn number 2, Jesse Enterkin. Oh, man.
It's 3 points today.
Oh, boy. Yeah, a lot of points here tonight. And Jesse Enterkin definitely upside down, the wrong place that he wanted to be. He went for a ride, Phil.
Sure did. Jesse went for a little shake and tumble. And comes to rest on his lid. Hunt the Front. Well, I know Jesse is full of adventures, and he just took one right there. Ended up upside down. That's our first yellow flag of the main event on lap number 3.
It's going back through, watching watching what happened there, and Howard Weaver even got into him too. It was kind of a slow roll. Easy roll over onto his lid there, and Howard Weaver, I think, tried to get him back there, but that wasn't happening there on lap 3 of 50 here.
So got 50 laps here to do, 3 laps in the books. Want to thank our friends at Von Bon Products. They will sponsor our fastest lap of the A-Main as well as the A-Main hard charter this afternoon. Von Bon Products sells some of the coolest products on the internet, including coolant fasteners and Illinois nuts and washers. Check them out at their eBay store today, Von Bon Products.
Yeah, big thank you to Von Bon Products for coming aboard here to sponsor this one. The Hunter Front Virtual Racing League presented by Forward Bite. Got to thank everybody involved. This has been a great series, Phil. I know we had a lot of hijinks here for week number 3. Not sure why we had the hijinks.
Off week.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It just feels like I'm a rookie all over again, pushing these controls. I know we've been messing with Jack's computer to try to get him good. Internet's not as stable as it once was with everybody on it. Everybody's still home. I think that's going to change, though, here rather quickly, Phil.
Yeah, we'll get stuff figured out for sure. It's affecting everybody out there right now. That is no doubt about it. It's just a start of what is a very, very busy day here for the Full Velocity Gang this afternoon. We're out here at the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League at Fairbury. I'm going to head from here. I'm going to the Eldora Speedway for the COVID 50, a special event this afternoon. Pro late models at Eldora. That'll be a good time at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Todd will head over with Budweiser to the Dirt Warrior Racing League. Street stock action on tap there this afternoon. That'll come on the airwaves at 7:20 Eastern Time. Then we'll end the night with our friends of the Dirt Series, Q. They got their championship night for the Randomizer Dirt Challenge, so we'll be there tonight at about 9:10 Eastern Time. So a full busy day on a Sunday on the network. We have it no other way as we go back to some green flag racing. Now 4 laps going complete.
Yeah, 4 laps complete, and McSwain is exchanging his sliders there with Dylan Wilson. Wilson now back down to the inside. Look at the 2 of Dylan Hauser. Hauser right there knocking on the door, too, of the 0-2 of Greg Schwartz. And more contact. I thought the 25 of McSwain was going to go around as he was making that transition, that pass down to the inside, that slider through 1 and 2. But Wilson fires back down to the inside, good down into turn number 3. Look at Craig Schwartz. He wants in on this, Phil.
Never underestimate the power of the Schwartz. The 0-2 is doing a hell of a job running in the 3rd spot. Look for room to the low side. Zach McSway there off of 4. Kind of ran on room. He's stuck in 3rd, but he'll try the low side again. He's got Dylan Hauser breathing down his neck. Nose to tail off in the turn 1.
Yeah, nose to tail, Dylan Hauser right now running in the 4th spot. Then you got Blake Nelms in at number 22. A lot of 2s through the field. You got the 0-2, the 2, the 22. Those guys all right together there, Phil. That's rather interesting. Trent Beaver in that number 14 machine running in the 6th spot. Robert Fletcher, Trey Kirk, Joe Reuter, and Kukta round out your top 10 as these guys fighting it out here. Look at the number 2 of Dylan Hauser. He's trying to go up to the extreme top shelf of the Speedway. As he looks down to the inside, McSwain trying to get some bite though, Phil, to try to track down Dylan Wilson, that ADD machine.
That may not be very easy to do right now. As we're going to race for 3rd, Hauser and Schwartz. Oh, contact. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it's Trey
Kirk.
Kirk.
Worse than it was. Oh, I guess it was pretty bad. Oh, my God. I thought Hauser was going for a ride.
Yeah, Dylan Hauser and the number 2 machine, as we've seen a good battle going on. That was the battle of the 2s, Phil. We didn't know which stick was bigger than the other, and it looks like they decided for their own there. As the 0-2 keeps going, the 2 goes around the knot, gets a little kiss from Trey Kirk, too, in the 66 machine. Dylan Hauser to the rear. I almost guarantee you Schwartz is going to go there, too.
I would think so too, and I can't believe Dylan didn't just get absolutely smoked when he would stop still with the. When you see the driver's number pointed out at you with oncoming cars, you've been a race car driver, Todd. You've done this before. That can't be a good feeling to look out the driver's window and all you see is a bunch of hoods coming.
I'm going to tell you, the throttle stuck on one of my cars. I was leading the race.
Oh, no.
The throttle stuck on my car. Well, I didn't listen. I didn't. The battery one actually hit the throttle cable. I had to put the car, to try to stop it from going wide open all the time, all the way around the track. I put the car into park. That spun me out in front of all the field. Everybody missed me, except the very last car, and he T-boned me in the driver's door. Felt fantastic for days, I'm going to tell you. You could just watch the car coming at you. And
slow motion.
Like, oh, no, this is going to hurt. It was way worse than the roll I had. Way worse.
I bet it was. At least when you're rolling, you have some kind of momentum to. Yeah, I can't imagine that felt great at all. I'm glad you're still with us here, Todd. The tales of a race car driver right there. I don't care what kind of car it is, all little 4-cylinder it might have been. I'll tell you what, we got Dylan Wilson leading the way as we're back to green. Zach McSwain, Blake Nelms, Craig Schwartz, and the Beam. Trent Beaver running the top 5. Schwartz did not go to the rear for that, so he stayed in the top 5.
There must have been a little bit more contact on the 2's part. I'm not going to argue with the admins. They do a fine job of being in the admin booth with them, and they look at it from 17 ways, 18 ways from Sunday. So they look and they try to make the best decision, and of course they're officials, so you can't argue with the officials. And it's Dylan Wilson, your race leader. Zach McSwain second. Third is Blake Nelms. Craig Schwartz running in that 4th spot. Trent Beaver rounds out your top 5.
What if you walk down the hill and go, you can't argue with the officials. What about the tech guy that can't see the track? You go argue with him, right?
Oh, they do it. They do it at the local track. They definitely
Right,
argue
Mark?
with the tech guy. They definitely argue with the tech guy. Everybody leaves Mark alone because he's on the roof.
Yeah, well, Mark's probably the smartest guy in
Yeah.
Afton and
He's the
Friday
farthest
night, I'll tell you
away.
what. Well, he's a genius guy. I'm going to tell you that right now. But you don't argue with an official. You just argue with the tech guy. You ask him, why did they make that call on me? I would just DQ the car for being underweight. I don't care. I'm just that kind of guy. We go racing. We're still racing out here. We're approaching 20 laps of 50 in the books. This one should go by rather quickly when we get under some green flag conditions. We got Dylan Wilson leading Zach McSwain, Blake Nelms, Craig Sports, Trent Viva running to the fifth spot. Joe Reuter, he's come from outside the top 10. He is up to the 6th spot, I believe. Yep, Fletcher up to 7th. Trey Kirk, Joseph Joyner, and Ryan Brown. That is our Kirk top 10. 20 laps complete.
Yeah, Ryan Brown in that double nine machine right now in the 10th spot. Like you said, Phil, a good battle there. I thought was going to heat up there for the second spot as Zach McSwain made a costly error there. And Blake Nelms was able to reel him in. And that number 22 machine now sitting in the 3rd spot. Craig Swartz running in 4th in the 02 machine. These guys are pretty much gone single file here. A little bit of cars in between them. About 3 car lengths between the 25 and that number 22 in the 02 machine also right there.
I'm hunting down a story out here this afternoon. In Von Bon Products, they give $10 to a hard charger of the A main, and I've been watching a guy who started well all the way back in the back. 23rd this afternoon, Cameron Kaysen started. He finds himself now up running, battling for 13th and 14th. He's got Dylan Hauser there, but a 9th position gain. If we were to award that hard charger award right now, it would go to the X18, who is running 14th, but Dylan Hauser up ahead of him. He is starting to carve through the field like a warm knife through butter. He's been around a couple of cars, so he continues to just ravage his way back up to the top 10.
Yeah, ravage his way, like you said, back up in the top 10. Dylan Wilson doing good. So we're going to see what's going to happen there as they ravage their way back up. Dylan Hauser, like you said, Phil, that number 2 machine going to be lightning fast. iRacing Hot Flag number 2 machine now down to the inside of Ryan Brown. We'll see how fast he can actually make it up through the field.
All right, we'll take a look-see as he's down under Brown over in turn number 1 and 2, and that is racing from the 11th spot, so not quite back to the top 10. They're side by side for 10th up ahead. We've got Tyler Duchamp under Trey Kirk. They're 2 wide in front of them. You call this looks like a high-speed pace slap at a quarter mile for about 8th on back. Look at that, Todd. They're 2 by 2 by 2, and now 3 wide. Hauser goes to the extreme low side as Kirk gets stuck up high. Oh my God, there's some good racing going on in the middle part.
Yeah, fantastic racing, and we're right on it there. Failed that number 2 machine right there. Dylan Hauser into that. Ryan Brown in the double 9 machine. Those guys keep sliding back and forth. A little bit of contact there. Trey Kirk right there. He looks to the bottom of the number 2 machine as the top 4 pretty much have strung it out there, Phil, with 20 laps to go this time by.
Hey, that strung out is the right word. There's nothing to talk about up front. Dylan Wilson leads last time by 1.836 seconds over Zach McSwain, Blake Nels, Craig Swartz running in 4th. You run back to the top 5, you find Trent Bieber. He trails by over 4.5 seconds this last time by over the race leader Dylan Wilson. So the good racing is back here for 7th on back. Reuter, Fletcher, Ducharme, Hauser, all under a blanket over in turn 1. Continue to watch around and tell the stories. Let the racing show the story. You know, Todd's got his hands full there. It's midday up here in northeast part of the country, maybe in the afternoon out there in the western part where our buddy Theo out there in Oregon was. So we'll let Todd tilt the cameras. I'll talk here for a minute. We can do that. Good racing going on back here. We're watching Fletcher and Hauser going at it. Reuter and Ducharme up ahead. They race for the 7th position, but it is all Dylan Wilson up front with car number 80 as well. Flash by the start-finish line. He'll put lap number 35 to bed this time by. So 15 laps remaining. And the race leader, Todd, well, he is in some heavy, heavy lap traffic.
Leader, the 80 of Dylan Wilson right there into lap traffic. That should be, I believe, James Shirley up there. Yep. Shirley, that number 73 machine in West Star. Go Whitehead right there directly in front of him. These cars definitely were fast here. Dylan Wilson just putting on a clinic so far. He is definitely a little bit ahead of the number 25 of Zach McSwain. McSwain right now definitely a little bit slower as we continue to keep racing here.
And you know you want to yield for the race leader going on by, but these cars are also racing for position. So I think they're doing a really good job of keeping their speed up there, making sure the leader has the outside lane to make his business work. But you see Ryan White start there. He put a really good run up there. Now it's Cole Whitehead up ahead trying to cling his way onto the lead lap. Cole with car number 33 running now back here in the 15th spot. So Dylan now, he is lapped up inside the top 15 as he's over turn number 3. And leading by, well, it was 1.8. Zach McSwain's coming. That's what lap traffic looks like. It could bring this race right back together in no time.
But Zach McSwain right now is stuck behind 2 cars fighting for position. They are a lap down, but McSwain now has to try to maybe even split the difference up through the middle. They keep slamming the door shut on him, though, as McSwain now high-low switch, trying to get around the number 33 machine. The 80 also fighting with that number 36 machine, trying to put him a lap down. McSwain trying to do the same thing, trying to track him down. 8 to go at the line.
8 to go, and Todd getting the cameras back there through the race going on back for third. It's a really good 3-car battle, nose to tail. Craig Swartz holding on to third over Blake Nelms. Trent Beaver is there. You got Joseph Joyner in the 10 trying to enter the fray there as well. Those guys all right together, 4 cars under a blanket, racing for a spot on the podium with under 10 laps remaining.
And a pretty good podium finish that would be their 3rd spot at the Fairbury Speedway, coming out unscathed. I don't think there's a stray fender on any one of these cars there, Phil. As they're motoring around lap traffic, is Dylan Wilson putting on a clinic there. And the ADG machine now finally pulling back away from Zach McSwain. Yellow flag going to come out, though.
Oh, boy.
That will make things interesting, Phil. We'll restack and repack the field with 6 to go. There'll be 5 to go at the line when they get the green flag. And these guys, it's going to breathe new light into some of these other guys that are starting a little bit behind. Are they going to throw a haymaker to try to win this one?
Oh, I don't know. This one throws a complete monkey wrench into the whole equation this afternoon as Dylan Wilson was poised to run away with this one. Zach McSwain was trying to do what he could to run him down, but he was stuck in lap cars. And now they're going to get the lap traffic out of the way. But we do have a caution flag on the speedway. I'm going to let Todd go back there and take a look who may have been involved here in the caution.
Virgil Perryman blinks out, comes back down and across the number 23 and the 73. Oh. And that was right in front of, I believe that was right in front of Craig Swartz there in the 02 machine too. He was mired in lap traffic. This is all lap traffic battles there, Phil. And the 36 of Perryman goes around.
It looks like a little bit of pesting net code there, racing with lap cars, trying to let the lead lap cars go on by. So we'll be 5 laps remaining in this afternoon's main event, the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League, presented by our friends over at Forward Bite. Thank them a lot. Thank all the gang, Speedy Fast Designs, Von Products, Go Lithium Batteries. Those guys take good care of us here for this series. Believe this is race number 3. We got one more next Sunday to end the season.
Yeah, next Sunday we'll end the season here. The Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Ford Bite. I'm going to be sad to see it go there, Phil.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure we have the point standings all up to date for next week. And that ought to be interesting. We're going to have to see how everything's going to lock and load and who's going to take that
points?
win. Oh, yeah, they have points.
Oh, well, I need to go take a look for that. I haven't seen nothing to do with point racing. I'll have to do some investigating for next week then. But let's go back to green flag racing with 5 circuits around the Fairbury Speedway. Can Dylan Wilson hold on? Zach McSwain. Let's race it down with turn number 3.
Yeah, we're going to see some guys throw some haymakers here. Now's the time to do so. Hauser coming back up to the field, now battling for the 5th spot in car number 2. The 80 of Dylan Wilson, though, showing the quick way around the 25, running second, McSwain. And Nelms running in that 3rd spot. Craig Swartz running in the 4th. And Trent Beaver and Dylan Hauser exchanging slide jobs. Hauser kind of wrestles him out of the way. Body check, hip check by the 2 of Dylan Hauser. Hauser moves into the 5th spot.
That was a straight mugging over there. That 2 cars have been throwing some haymakers. Dylan has now raced his way back to the top 5, but we're going to see the Stormer put 2 sticks up in the air next time by. Is Dylan Wilson and Rockets down the back straightaway? We have 2 more trips around.
Dylan Wilson in the D1RT number 80D is trying to prove that he's the fastest one here at the Fairbury Speedway this afternoon into the evening. Coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. The Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Ford Bite. Winner, the 80D at the Fairbury Speedway, Dylan Wilson. Second going to go to Zach McSwain. Third to Blake Nelms in that number 22 machine. The 0-2 Craig Swartz, Dylan Hauser round out your top 5. Actually, it looks like Hauser, I'm not sure. Hauser went to the back there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Hauser to the back.
Put a lap down.
Yeah, he's put a lap down, Dylan Hauser.
That gave Ducharme the 5th spot over Joseph Joyner, Trent Beaver, Robert Fletcher, Joe Ruder, Ryan Brown. Will be scored a top 10. Howard Weaver will finish 11th with Trey Kirk. Dylan Hauser, Cole Whitehead, and Chris Cook to our top 15. 16th for Ryan Weistart. James Shirley 17th, Ryan Atkins 18th, Adrian Brown 19th, Virgil Perryman will finish up 20th, 21st to Cameron Kaysen, 22nd, Jesse Interkin. Tyler Green will complete a 23-car field today from the Fairbanks Speedway. You are watching a Full Velocity Racing Network all over the place we may be. Post-race show is coming up next. Do not go far. We'll be right back.
Forward bite. Every racer wants it, and it just may be the difference between winning and losing. You know that feeling when you come out of the turn like a rocket and leave them in the dust? That's forward bite. And now it's more than just an advantage on the track. It's a lifestyle, and quickly becoming a movement, sweeping racers of all ages, skill levels, and walks of life across the nation. From go-karts to Formula One and everything in between. Forward bite is your key to success, and we're here to make sure you not only know how to get it, but look pretty dang cool in the process. Welcome to Forward Bite Nation. Whether you're racing or wrenching, Forward Bite has you covered. The Forward Bite brand was born in the garage and is for racers and fans of racing by racers. If there's anything we know and love, it's the track.
All right, we are back here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. It's the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com this afternoon. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. They have it all. Check it out today at BladeNode.com. The winner of the Hunter Fun Virtual Racing League event in Fairbury is number 80 of Dylan Wilson. Second for Zach McSwain, and our third place finisher. First time on the podium for the number 22 of Blake Nelms. Blake, a terrific run for you, a top 3 run, a tough afternoon. It's racing. Tell us all about your adventure out there for 50 laps.
And thank you. First of all, I'd like to just thank God for allowing us to be here and have fun doing this, and all the sponsors that helped put it on. It was a blast. I mean, it was real treacherous out there, and all I can say is it was a blast.
It was fun to watch. This racetrack, quarter mile, it is tight, it is tricky, it was slick. There were cars racing, door to door up in the high lane. There were cars trying down low. Is this one of these places where you just kind of steer the wheel where they're not and attempt to make some time?
Yeah, you really have to just slow down to go fast and hope you get lucky when you're catching lapped cars, because it's really hard to pass when it gets slick like that.
You did a hell of a job here today. Started 8th, got up to a top 3, Blake. Anybody out there watching this afternoon that you want to say hello to or thank, friends, family, or sponsors, the floor is all yours.
Again, I'd like to thank God. Other than that, I'd like to thank my wife for watching the kids and giving me the time to sit down and do this.
Amen. That is what it's all about right there. Blake Nelms, third place. Well, we cannot thank those around us enough that put up with us to do what we do. That is for sure. Blake, that was a great sentiment right there. We'll let him go. Blake Nelms, our third place finisher. We'll take a walk down here to the Slick Sim Sport team, and we find the driver, number 25, Zach McSwain. Zach, a second place run this week. It was hard sled down here this afternoon, man. Dylan was in another world, but your car was equally quick as well. Tell us about your adventure around 50 trips around Fairbury.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild race. I was lucky to get the lead there at the beginning because the top's just better on the restarts, and then he just got back by me and then pulled away from me. He was just a little faster than I was, so but we'll take a second place finish.
I'll talk about this run through lap traffic, because Dylan was definitely quicker, but when he got into lap traffic, they were out there racing as well. I mean, you were gaining time on him. What was your strategy going through that? I mean, he was definitely slower. What was your maneuvering ability there through the lap traffic and try to run him down? Because you were making time.
Yeah, we was like 2 seconds back, I think, in clear clear traffic, and then I got down to 6/10, I think, and I just couldn't get back up to the top where I needed to be. That a couple of those lap cars were just running the top, and it was kind of screwing me up there. But yeah, it was just we had second place car anyways, but it's all good. Good points tonight. Unfortunately, Hauser and Ducharme didn't have that great of a run, but we'll move on to next week.
You got that right, man. Well, a terrific job as always, Zach. Anybody out there watching this afternoon, you would like to thank your friends, family, sponsors, team, whoever's out there, bud. Take the floor away and thank them all.
Yeah, just thanks Slick Sim Sport, Down Under Graphics, JDR Graphics, Bighorn Taxidermy, Big Owl's Guns. Thank you for the broadcast, and thank Hunt the Front and all their sponsors for putting this league on, and thank VLR for running a good show, and congrats to Dylan on the win.
Absolutely. Well, here he is, folks. Today's second place finisher with car number 25, Zach McSwain. A good job by him and a good race, but he's the number 2 guy this afternoon because there is only one who could win this afternoon in the Fairbury Speedway, and that is Dylan Wilson, and he is down on BladeNode.com, Victory Lane with Todd Stanton.
Yeah, indeed, down in the BladeNode.com, Victory Lane with the D1RT, number 80D, Dylan Wilson taking down the win at hashtag Falls, Fairbury Speedway, whatever way you want to call it here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But Dylan, what a fantastic race in a different area code here this evening. Lap traffic seemed to worry me a little bit with you as McSwain was able to catch you, but as soon as you got through that, you were able to just check out again. Tell us about your race here tonight.
Yeah, lap traffic was definitely the most exciting part about that race. I was just trying to be patient there because I knew when I got into lap traffic, I had like a 2-second lead over Zach. So I figured I could be patient with the lap cars and still come out with the lead on the other end. But one of those laps, he flashed across my mirror and he was like within half a second. So I knew I had to go. So that's when I started being a little more aggressive with them and tried to get through them. And then, of course, as soon as I cleared them, caution came out. So it really didn't matter.
Yeah, what was going through your head when that caution came out, Dylan? That allowed everyone to catch up to your rear bumper. Were you expecting a slide job coming at you there, those closing laps?
No, honestly, it's just restart that scares me. Usually the guy on the outside has the advantage there on the restart. So you have to kind of play a little games on the restart to be able to get out front when you restart on the bottom, even as the leader. So not how I want to race, and I like to do things fair and you know, race it out with everybody, but I don't want to lose the lead with 5 to go either. So like I said, just playing games and ended up coming out on top.
Yeah, fantastic race for that 80D machine here this evening. I'll give you that microphone, Dylan, one last time. You can think who would like to thank here tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for broadcasting so everybody could watch. Thanks to VLR and Hunt the Front putting this deal on, and thanks to D1RT Racing and guys over at Tub Quality Threads for the sponsorship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the feature win here at hashtag Falls Fairbury Speedway. Driver of the D1RT 80D, Dylan Wilson, taking down the victory here in the Hunt the Front Virtual Racing League presented by Ford Bite here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil, what a fantastic race this has been here at the quarter mile here. A lot of slide jobs. We've seen a lot of great racing. And, man, that's the beginning of the night here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. I can't wait to see what else we got in store for everyone here that tunes in.
We got a busy night indeed. I'm going to swallow some food. We're going to head over to the Eldora Speedway. Next, we got the COVID 50 with some pro late models. Eric Cronus putting on a cool event over there. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:20 Eastern Time. You'll find Todd with Bud Leiser over at their Oya Racing League, Street Stock Racing tonight. I believe you guys want to say it is at the Knoxville Raceway. Knoxville tonight for the Sunday Shootout Series and double points night at that. So you're going to have a good time, Todd. And then a little bit later on, you and I will reconvene back at Dirt Series championship night for the Randomizer Challenge. It'll be an awesome night here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all the great sponsors. Thanks to D1R. Thanks to the VLR. Going to thank Hunt the Front, Jesse Innerkin, all the gang for their great sponsors. Like, you know, of course, we're going to thank Forward Bite, of course. The big sponsor over here we're going to thank the gang over at Speedy Fast Designs, Bob Bond Products, and Go Lithium Batteries. Until next week, for Todd Stanton, I'm Phil Cass. We'll see you back here live a little bit later on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing.